Yo, what's good with y'all, man? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to go over how to make smooth and experimental, beautiful sounding samples. Before we get into the breakdown, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support. Go check out my Instagram, prodbyeville. It'll mean a lot to me. So let's jump right into the video. So the sample's made at 109 BPM. And actually, the first thing I started with was a starter from Adiba. And this is what the starter sounds like on its own. Very beautiful, very atmospheric sounding. And actually the only thing I kept from the sample was this pad, and I just pitched it down by 2 semitones, and there's no effects on it. And this is what the pad sounds like just by itself. Next thing I added was this piano from Labs. If you guys have been watching the videos for a while, you know this is my go-to piano. And this is what the pattern sounds like. And for the effects, we just got an EQ, a flangus, a valve compressor, and another EQ. Fruity Flangus, definitely a go-to underrated plugin for sure. Definitely throw this on some of your melodies. And all this is playing is an F major chord, and then it's going down to a C major chord. And all it's doing is going down by 5. So from the F, it's going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And generally going up 5, going down 5, it always sounds really nice. And all I did was highlight this and shift drag this over, and then pitch it up an octave, and then did the exact same thing and pitch it up another octave. And then I did the exact same thing with the second half right here. And then the next thing I added was this bass from a Beat Center kit, and it's just playing the bass notes. There's absolutely no effects on that. So all that together so far is sounding like this. So I wanted to fill in some of the gaps. So what I did was just recording this vocal. And I recorded in this vocal, and I'm pretty sure I accidentally deleted the original vocal take, so I can't show you guys. But pretty much what I did was record in this vocal, and I rendered it out and then put it into this musicify.lol website. And pretty much what you can do is change your vocal to sound like another artist or a female, which is what I did. I actually changed it into a Billie Eilish vocal. And this is what the Billie Eilish vocal sounds like. It's not sounding amazing, but it's sounding a bit better now. And as you can see, that website introduced a lot of like noise and stuff, room noise and all that. And pretty much what I did was cut it out with this NS1 by Waves. Then I threw on an auto tune with these settings right here. And then I routed it to another mixer track and put on my pretty much basic normal effects chain. If you guys want a breakdown of my process of recording and all the effects and stuff, go check out this video on screen right now. I uploaded a couple months ago, but it has a ton of sauce in there about how to make these vocal samples and kind of my process with it. And it just fills in a bunch of the gaps and adds like a sort of lead melody in there with these vocals. And then pretty much all that was left to do is add a bunch of textures and kind of fill a little bit more space. So I added these ear candies in right here. And this is from Liwi's YSE texture kit. I added in this other ear candy right here, and this is what it sounds like. And then for the effects, what I did was put a Cymatics Lotus on this hexagon preset, and then an EQ like this. And then I rendered it out, and we just chopped down this last section right here with all the delay from the Lotus plugin. This is what it sounds like. That's pretty much it for the first part, except at the very end, I added in this guitar phrase from a Lasvis kit, and I pitched it up a whole octave. And then for the effects, I added a flangus, a tape cassette, halftime on the 1 bar preset, an EQ, another EQ, compressor, and then a soothe to take out some unwanted frequencies. And this is what it sounds like with the halftime and all the other effects. Just really some nice textures in there. This is what the first part of the melody sounds like. And then for the next section, I just took out the piano, kept the pad in, took out the vocals, kept all the textures in here, took out the guitar, And then I found this really cool like tonal texture from Splice. And all I did was pitch it up by 100 cents to be on key. And then I added an EQ and then a fruity panomatic. And pretty much what I did was right click this record button right here and make sure automation was on. And then I put in a blank MIDI pattern right here. For example, this is pattern 18. Then I just hit record. While the melody was playing, I was just playing with this pan knob and moving it left and right. And pretty much allowed me just to record the automation into this MIDI clip right here. And this is what it sounds like. Very dreamy sounding, and it just fills out a lot of space, adds a little different element to this next section. And then the last two sections are just the pad and then the guitar and then the vocals and the bass with the pad as well. And in terms of mixing, I kind of explained in the last video, but I just kind of play with the panning on all these tracks. And I just play with the stereo separation as well. And for the effects, I got my normal EQ, soft clipper, and then I added an RC20. And then I wanted to pitch it up a little bit, so I added the sound shifter, pitched it up by 5 semitones, and this makes a ginormous difference. Honestly, it sounds so much better pitched up 5. And then I put on a Soothe. It's being pretty harsh right here. Pretty much turned this knob all the way up. And yeah, this is what the final sample sounds like. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Hope you guys took some away with it. That's a little simple one today, but I definitely think this one came out fire. And shout out to Adiba for sending over these starters. They're super crazy. Like I said earlier in the video, go check out my Instagram at prodbyeville. A lot of great stuff coming very soon. And yeah, the best way to stay up to date with me is subscribing and following me on Instagram. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.